11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
State line, Fort Worth, Texas, and just past Highway 30, we are about to see a battle between two 1-1 Simulation Football League teams as your Sunday slate rolls on. Welcome into the stadium. My name is Michael Tuillo. I am your play-by-play commentator for today. Alongside me is Gerald Giudicessi on analysis, Albert Begin, Rosca Santagria, and Tim Hackett also joining in on stats. Gerald, at County Stadium today, we should be in for a great one between two teams relatively new to the SFL scene.
Yes, they are pretty new. This is a game that's going to feature the experience versus the youth. The youth of the Fort Worth Toros. 11 draft picks in this current roster with only 36 seasons of experience going up against Arizona with the likes of Tiberius Bovine and Eddie Gage having 83 seasons of total experience. So that's going to be the key, which if the Fort Worth Toros can be solid or if the experience for Arizona will take over.
Both teams 1-1 on the season. Both teams coming in off of a win. Arizona beat Houston last time out, and Fort Worth took care of Queen City and will be trying to get their second win on the board today. We are down on the field for the coin toss. This your second game of SFL action this afternoon after Mexico City beat London. Glad you're staying with us for this one. Kickoff is coming up next. The kicker for Arizona, Cliff Allen, has the ball on the tee. He puts his hand in the air. The whistle blows and it's game on from Fort Worth this afternoon. The Toros in their all blue going left to right in the first quarter. Return up to the 20, 25, and down at the 28-yard line. Here is the offense for the Fort Worth Toros. Xander Gold is their quarterback. Jason Williams is their running back. Chris Komisak is the fullback. Wide receivers Cade Stevens, Cameron Curtis, and Stephen Hacker. Robert Garrett Jr. is the tight end, and Bodacious Tuff on the offensive line at guard. They'll set up offset I. No receivers, tight end set. Gold back to pass, dumps it short over the middle, and that's going to be a nice 7-yard pickup on first down. The Arizona defense looks like this. Defensive line, Dede Sachs, Alex Constantine, E.J. DeQ, and Mark Mello. Linebackers, Joey Tropicana and B.J. Lovelace. Corners, Monica Naka, Iverson Gamble and Parker Thomas. And safeties, Anthony Wayo and the veteran, Eddie Gage. On second down and 3, handoff straight up the middle. There goes Jason Williams, the Week 2 Offensive Player of the Week, picks up a first down to the 39-yard line.
As you said, Williams, the Offensive Player of the Week. The double 100 went 108 on the ground and 104 receiving with 3 rushing touchdowns. Great day and well-deserved Player of the Week.
And we try to repeat that today against a very stingy Arizona defense. Both of these teams' defense is pretty stingy. Williams off the left side for 2.
Yeah, both of these defenses were in the top 5 in yards allowed for the season. So it's going to be an interesting game whether both these offenses who have been playing decently can go against these stout defensive teams.
We'll talk about it when Arizona has the ball, but under 3 yards of total offense allowed for the Fort Worth defense through 2 games. Here's second and 8. Shotgun snap for Gold. Throws over the middle and a coverage, and it's caught past the 50-yard line and down to the 44. And the first catch of the game over the middle there into Arizona territory.
Yeah, there's going to be tough sledding with Fort Worth averaging only 49.5 yards rushing against so far for the year, 5th overall in the SFL. It's going to be an interesting defensive battle, I believe, this game.
Handoff. Nice spin move by Williams to get out of a sure tackle for loss in the backfield and pick up 2 yards. Cade Stevens was the recipient of that previous catch to move the chains into Arizona territory as Fort Worth looks for the opening tally.
Iverson Gamble coming up, making the tackle there, bringing up a 2nd and 8.
From the Arizona 43-yard line, the Scorpions orange helmets, white jerseys, black pants, black and orange trim. Handoff, Williams left side, nice block, gets him past the initial line of defense, but only picks up 2 more yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6. And a nice tackle by B.J. Lovelace.
B.J. Lovelace seems to be all over the field in his career, having over 400 tackles total in his career. Made a nice tackle there to bring up a 3rd down.
13 tackles in the opening 2 games for Lovelace. 3rd down and 6. Gold under center. He's going to throw it short over the middle. That pass is caught. And a 1st down to the 33-yard line. Nice pickup for Cameron Curtis. And a fresh set of downs for the Toros.
Cameron Curtis, who also had a good game last week against Queen City, 6 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown, and also had 106 return yards. So I like the way this Fort Worth Toro offense is coming out here with these short passes.
Inching their way down the field. 1st and 10 at the 33. 7:30 to go, 1st quarter. 4-man rush, Gold over the middle. That one's almost picked off, and it is hauled in through contact by Stephen Hacker. He's definitely receiver number 1 on this Toros team. 112 yards and a touchdown through 2 games.
That's his 14th target and his 10th catch of the season. You said a big target for Xander Gold.
Correction, not a 1st down. 2nd down and inches as Hacker barely didn't get over the line. It'll be a handoff. Williams on 2nd down, and he will make it there. The 1st down marker gets the yard he needed to the 23. Looks up, get up a little bit gingerly on that right leg, but runs back to the huddle.
Xander Gold, 4 for 4 so far on this drive, who also had a very good game, 21 of 23 for 233 yards last game. So he's been very efficient here the last 5 quarters of football.
Our eye on 1st and 10 from the Arizona 23. Williams gets the ball strong side left, and he's going to be again tackled by Lovelace, who's been spying the running back on this first drive. It'll be only a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
Great job bringing the play there by B.J. Lovelace, just strafing along with the offensive line there, looking for Williams, and stops him for a yard gain. Great defensive play.
New look for the Toros. Bunch formation to the left. Gold good look that way underneath. It's caught and running out of bounds after picking up 7. To the 16-yard line is Cameron Curtis, so it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Short, safe pass plays here by Fort Worth coming out of the gate. I'm very impressed with the play calling, getting the offense, this young offense, running the ball, mixing short passes in. Great drive so far for this for this Fort Worth Toro offense. Let's see if they can cash it in.
It always helps to have a 5-season veteran like Xander Gold in the backfield taking snaps if you have a young offense, although most of the rookies on this team are on defense. 3rd down and 2 from the 16-yard line, just under 6 minutes to go, 1st quarter. Williams pass out of the backfield, spins, and will pick up the 1st down to the 13-yard line. Iverson Gamble came up and made the stop that time.
I believe along with Joey Tropicana, but another swing pass gets the 1st down, keeps the chains moving. Big, long, time-consuming drive here by Fort Worth.
Taking almost half of the opening period off the clock as we work 5 minutes, 18 seconds. 1st and 10 at the 13. Williams bounces off a tackle, gets to the 10, down to the 5-yard line, and he will be dropped by Lovelace again.
Lovelace is definitely keeping an eye on Williams, but great patience there, as you saw, just following his blocker, just not getting turned out inside, but just waited, got that seal block on the outside, and turned it out there for a nice 7-yard gain.
2nd down and 3. Toros approaching the end zone now at the 6-yard line. Gold changes the play at the line. He's got a single receiver to aim at each side and an offset eye behind him with Williams doubting. Gold get a 2-step drop throw to the far side, caught and cannot turn up field. Not even for the 1st down is Stephen Hacker. He's going to be half a yard short, 3rd and inches at the 3.
Ball was just slightly thrown behind him, but made a great adjustment to make the catch, bring up just a 3rd and inches at the 3. I suspect you're going to see Williams get the ball here, and if not get a touchdown, at least get a fresh set of downs inside the 3.
Back to the power I. Single receiver out to the right. That's Stephen Hacker. It's going to be Williams on the carry. Up the middle. First down and almost over the goal line. He's going to be close. First down and goal from inside the 1. As this drive, however, goes over 14 plays on it.
Great drive. Great push there. Great blocking by the fullback, Chris Kamazak. The guard, audacious, tough to get him at the 1 yard line here. 1st and goal.
On the 16th play of the drive, Gold going to throw to the end zone. Knocked away and intercepted. Oh, the most disastrous situation for Fort Worth. They take all that time off the clock, and Alan Seaton grabs the interception off the tip.
Great tip there by Iverson Gamble, and a costly error by this Fort Worth offense.
The Toros drained the clock in the first quarter. How will Arizona respond? Find out after this. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. And off, and a penalty flag on the opening play. Shedding a tackle and getting downfield is DJ Moses II, all the way to the 18-yard line. We will check the flag. Welcome back to Fort Worth, Texas. I'm Michael Torello. Gerald Giudice is alongside me for the call.
Neutral zone infraction, number 74, defense, the penalty is
And it'll be against the Toros as somebody jumped. They'll deny the penalty and take the first down. Here is the Arizona Scorpions offense. Ashley Jackson, the quarterback. DJ Moses, the running back. Nick Nasala is at fullback. Donnie Hands and James Hands, the Hands brothers, are at wide receiver alongside Jacob McCall. And Tiberius Bovine is the tight end. First and 10 from the 18-yard line. After the interception to end Fort Worth's opening drive in the end zone. Jackson back to pass, throws underneath. Caught by James Hands. And out for a 7-yard gain to the 25-yard line.
Yes, the Hands brothers have been a pretty steady force here for Ashley Jackson over the years. And DJ Moses, who ran the ball the first time, had a fantastic game against Houston last week.
2nd down and 3. Jackson under center. Gonna hand it off to Moses. He's crushed behind the line of scrimmage, falls forward back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 2. Here is the Fort Worth defense. Defensive line, Joey Schwint, Catherine Harrell, Mufasa Kamau, and Gary Marks. J.L. Browning, E.K. Vincent, and David Harrell are the linebackers. Corners, Aiden Davis and Nacho Sicario. Ben Stone, Jonathan Taylor-Skonzig, and Delaney Nash are the safeties. Now 3rd down and 2. Empty set for Arizona. Under center is Jackson. And she drops back to throw. Short over the middle. Caught and running through defensive tackles. All the way up to the 38-yard line is Tiberius Bovine, the 13-season veteran tight end. He gets it done week in and week out.
Of course, that's Ashley Jackson's safety blanket right there. Going to Tiberius Bovine. Great call there. Little seam route, and then just powering defenders to gain extra yards. As Tiberius Bovine, 13-season veteran, as you said.
He scored the first touchdown in Arizona Scorpions history back in week 1 of last season. 2 minutes and 3 seconds at the snap. Jackson Here's Moses out of the backfield, one man to beat, and he does break that tackle, spins out of a second tackle, and gets across the 50-yard line and out at the Fort Worth 36, or 46 rather.
Yes, DJ Moses was using that spin move very well against the Houston Hyenas, coming right out of the backfield. Great throw by Ashley Jackson there to hit him in stride, and then just running through a tackle and spinning away from another one. Great play there by DJ Moses. Great blocking there by Sean Crook there, the center, getting Ashley time to throw the football.
Community poll about who will win, and it's pretty close, 59-40. 1st and 10 for the 46-yard line. Jackson under center. Handoff, middle, Moses working outside. He's got a whole host of Toros chasing him, and it will pick up 3 yards. So both quarterbacks have gotten off to an extremely efficient start today, and that should not be a surprise as they both top the charts in quarterback efficiency.
Yes, believe it or not, Ashley Jackson only has 7 incompletions coming into this game, and so far is perfect for this game. And Xander Gold before the interception was 7 for 7.
Jackson, middle, dropped. Applying the pressure was E.K. Vinson, the longtime linebacker formerly of both Dallas and Seattle. And it'll be 3rd down and 7, so the curse of the commentator strikes again.
I was just going to say, I think we cursed Ashley Jackson there, but both of these quarterbacks are in the top 6 in efficiency. Ashley Jackson leading the league at 87.04%, and Xander Gold being 6th at 77.05.
4 receivers to aim at for Jackson, 3 to the top side of the bunch formation. Jackson, plenty of time in the pocket, throws short. Here's Bovine. Excuse me, that's not Bovine. That is Roscoe Justice, excuse me. And he will pick up the 1st down.
Roscoe was a great catch. There was a great look and great read by Ashley Jackson, hitting that receiver only in stride where only the receiver can get it. Great call there. 1st down. James moving.
Jackson, pressure, but gets away to James' hands, and he picks up 4. 39 seconds left in a very fast-moving first quarter as you see the rest of the leaderboard for completion percentage. And a lot of those names don't really surprise you.
No, they really don't, like Matt Wilson and Tom Raymond and Tyree up there for Sioux Falls. But both of these quarterbacks combined last week only had 5 incomplete passes. So amazing efficiency by these quarterbacks.
Here is Moses, far side, running through defenders and getting all the way to the 19 before he is pushed out of bounds. Delaney Nash, the safety, had to make the tackle.
Delaney Nash coming up with his free safety spot. But another great drive here by Arizona, just mixing the run and pass very well. Let's see if they can capitalize and actually put some points on the board, as the inexperience for Fort Worth kind of shot them in the foot last time, having a turnover at the 1.
I formation, handoff middle. Here's Moses, crunched after a gain of 3 by David Harrell, the number 1 overall pick. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Long, efficient drives, but no scores thus far as the Toros and Scorpions battle for supremacy here in Fort Worth. We'll be back after the break. Back in Fort Worth, Texas, the Toros and the Scorpions head to the second quarter. A first quarter that only took 18 minutes to complete. Second quarter, 11 minutes on the clock. 2nd and 7 for Arizona. From the Fort Worth 16-yard line, handoff Moses, working his way through tacklers, working his way through 3 tacklers, and picking up a first down all the way to the 8. And Moses has probably been the most impressive player on the field through a quarter.
Yeah, DJ Moses just picking up where he left off against Houston. Just running as you see the offensive lineman just pulling. Look at the blocks, running through tackles left and right after getting hit there by Delaney Nash, but picking up the first down, puts them first and goal at the 8. Let's see if they can capitalize and put the ball in the paint.
It's exactly where Fort Worth were on their opening drive when Gold threw a deflected pass that was intercepted. Jackson to Moses, turns the corner, can't get away from the tackler at the 5. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Great safe pass there. Matthew Jackson on that flare route there to DJ Moses, who's been a stud in this first drive, bringing up a 2nd and goal at the 5.
This will be the 13th play of this Arizona drive that spans the quarter break. To the end zone, touchdown! James Hands, his 2nd of the season, and Arizona strikes first.
Great decision there to throw the ball to James Hands, coming just right across the goal line. No defenders in front of him. Gives Ashley Jackson a nice target to throw to. Put 6 on the board. Great drive here by this Arizona Scorpions offense.
A bit of confusion maybe for the Toros defense, because that is the route that I've seen Tiberius Bovine run ever since I've been covering the SFL. And for a long time before that, he runs those inside routes, and it was a little bit of a bobbled snap, but the extra point does get up and good for Cliff Allen. So with 9:58 to go, the Arizona Scorpions lead the Fort Worth Toros 7-0.
This has been a great game. Just one drive for each of these ball clubs, taking just over 12 minutes, 13 minutes off the clock. Unbelievable offensive game plan by both of these ball clubs. We'll see if Fort Worth can do it again.
14 plays, 95 yards, and a 5-yard touchdown pass from Jackson to Hands as Chris Kovacic takes the kickoff up to the 27-yard line. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and replica jerseys are out now. Get your name on the back of your team or your fan favorite team's jersey, and visit team stores and library of purchase options through sector6apparel.com or through our website at www.simulationfl.net. Just hit the shop button. 1st and 10 for the 27. Hand off middle. Worming his way through tackles is Jason Williams. It's been the date of offensive efficiency, and that means short passes, but specifically running backs.
Yes, both these running backs, Jason Williams and DJ Moses, having a fantastic game. DJ Moses 28 yards on 5 carries. You got Jason Williams coming into that drive was 28 carries for 21 yards. But both of these offenses are efficiently playing, as you said before.
2nd down and 4 from the 33. Handoff strong side to Williams, and Williams gets crushed and loses a yard. First tackle for loss for either team in the ball game, and it's B.J. Lovelace who's been the main man on the Arizona defense thus far.
Yeah, B.J. Lovelace seems to be spying on wherever Williams goes here in this first half, bringing up a 3rd and 5. Let's see what Xander Gold can do with a double back set.
3 receivers to aim at, 2 backs flanking Gold. Low snap, corralled by Gold. Fires near side, and that pass is incomplete as out of bounds with Stephen Hacker. 4th down and 5, and we may see our first punt of the day as out comes Ray Einhorn.
That ball was just, again, thrown just a little bit behind him. Oh, they're going to challenge to see. He might have got a foot down, but I guess we're going to see here in a minute.
Real time, this was close. We shall look at the monitor and see what the referees have to say.
I like them bringing in the extra back set to protect. Ooh, that's close.
Was his right foot, on the ground when he caught the ball, or was it lifted? But that's the thing that they're going to have to decide. And they overturn the call. Fort Worth will pick up a first down and will not be charged a timeout. Huge for the Toros, who trail 7-0 into this one shortly into the second quarter.
That was a great challenge there to keep the ball in their possession. As I was saying before, keeping one of those fullbacks in to protect Xander Gold there, giving him a little extra time to be able to hit Stephen Hacker for that out route and a first down.
They'll stay with a 3-wide receiver set, but lose one of the backs for a tight end. Over the middle into coverage, and it's a first down. Somehow finding the ball through all of the traffic is Robert Garrett Jr., the tight end, his first catch of the ball game.
That's Robert Garrett Jr. making a tough catch across the middle. And while we're talking about Robert Garrett Jr., we'd like to wish him a very happy birthday today. I'm not sure his age, but he looks good.
Looking good, making the catch over the middle on a birthday. Throw to the far side and a wide open receiver. First down and more to the Arizona 39 as the Toros have picked up the pace here as Cade Stevens picks up the catch.
Great out route there by Stevens to get the first down. Again, another time-consuming, smart drive here by Fort Worth. Unfortunately, turned the ball over the last time. We'll see if they can learn from their mistakes and get the ball closer to the end zone and maybe putting it in.
Inside Arizona territory, now to the 39. Here's Williams. Pin move to get past one, and he will be brought down after a gain of 5. E.J. DeQ was in on the tackle. So was Manakanaka.
Yeah, Manakanaka had an amazing interception against Houston down by the goal line. A big one-handed leaping interception in the game, like I said, against Houston in the win, 32-14.
Off Williams looking for a lane, finds it to the outside, one man to beat, and he does break the tackle, but he's slowed down just enough for the cavalry to arrive, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Almost an amazing run for Williams.
Williams, I believe, just ran over Eddie Gage here after almost certainly right over Eddie Gage and coming up with a big run. Great blocking on the outside. He had yards and yards ahead of him. Like I said, slowed him down, but first down at the 12.
He's a 13-season veteran. Played with the Baltimore Crabs, the Houston Hyenas, and now starting his own franchise in its second season out in the desert of Arizona. First and 10 at the 12 inside the red zone for the second time for the Toros. Over the middle, intercepted again in the red zone. This time it's B.J. Loveless, his first pick of the year.
B.J. Loveless just reading the eyes of Xander Gold, trying to force that ball inside, and gets picked off by B.J. Loveless again. Another costly red zone turnover, as you said. 2 in the ball game for him, taking points off board.
It was an excellent adjustment from Loveless. It looked like he was going to be spying Williams again, but pivoted to make the interception after the ball was thrown. Handoff DJ Moses. He picks up 6 right up the middle. And now Fort Worth has got to figure out their red zone offense. 2 trips down there, 2 interceptions.
Especially with the way Jason Williams was running the football, averaging almost 5 yards a carry, 4.5 to be exact. I question the play calling there, especially with Xander Gold's decision to throw the ball right there to Cade Stevens.
6:26 to go first half. 7-0 Arizona. They've got the football. And, oh, what a run. And broken tackle in open space to the 40, 45, 50, 55, 40, 30, to the 20. And he just ran out of steam down the near sideline as he was caught before he could get to the 15-yard line. He's down to the 19 officially. But DJ Moses, how did he escape, first off? And second off, where did he find that speed?
He just found the burster right at the line. Great blocking again by Sean Crook and Nick LaSalle and that offensive line. Just patience following the block, saw the whole burst open. Great 70-yard run there by Mr. DJ Moses.
out into deep Fort Worth territory, but Moses is going backwards this time. Loses 3 yards to the 21. And E.K. Vincent will claim the TFL.
Gary Marks there along with the assist tackle there, bring up a 2nd and 12. Let's see how efficient Ashley Jackson can be right now, just getting this team into the red zone.
From the 21, Jackson, 2-step drop, fires it out to Moses, plenty of space, and he'll be brought down after a gain of 5. 3rd down and 7 from the 16 coming up.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Coming into this game, DJ Moses had 16 targets that led the team and is 4th overall amongst the running backs, with Jason Williams being 3rd with 18 targets coming into this game.
No backs in the backfield, 2 receivers each side and a tight end. Jackson pressured, throws on the run, almost intercepted. He was aiming for Jacob McCall, and Delaney Nash batted it to the ground.
Delaney Nash there with could have had a pick. That would have been wide open spaces for him. That could have been a pick 6. Ashley Jackson, lucky that wasn't taken to the house, bringing up a 4th down and the field goal unit coming on.
This will probably be a win for the Toros, considering the position they were in. To only give up a 3-point try. This will be from 34. And the kick is all the way, and Cliff Allen puts this one right down Main Street officially from 33 yards. So Arizona goes up 2 scores. They lead the Fort Worth Toros 10-0. Can the Toros rebound? Find out after the break. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Stay with us. Back to Fort Worth, Texas. The hometown Toros have been in the red zone twice and thrown 2 interceptions, and Arizona has 10 points off turnovers, helped by a DJ Moses 70-yard run to set up the field goal on their previous drive. They will start this one from their own 25-yard line. Let's learn a little bit more about the new team from Texas.
There got
Fort Worth Toros, an expansion team this year. They have 12 rookies, the second most behind Portland. And their team owners, Luis Gonzalez, also known as Nacho Sicario, and Stephen Hacker, came over from Queen City, and they just beat Queen City last week in a rivalry game. So 4:42 to go, second quarter. Gold floats it out to Williams, taking a page from the DJ Moses playbook, and it works like a charm, picks up 8 yards.
That did the spin move just like DJ Moses there, bringing up a 2nd and 2 Great, another safe play call. They're doing great until they get to the 20. From the 20, I'm not liking Xander Gold's decision making there with the 2 interceptions. Let's see if they can keep this drive going.
Than that, their 2 drives have been amazingly efficient. Handoff. Williams cannot get there. 3rd down and 1. Nice push back by Iverson Gamble.
Gamble there with the stop, and BJ Loveless around there as well. As you said, Xander Gold has been effective. He's 11 for 13. Unfortunately, he's 13 for 13 catches because 2 of those ended up in the hands of the Arizona defense.
So perfect on throws that have been to his own team. Handoff middle. Williams barely got there. He was crushed by Joey Tropicana, the lesser talked about in terms of this broadcast of the Arizona linebackers. But he has 21 tackles coming into the game to lead the team.
Yeah, but had 9 tackles and a pass deflection last game. So these linebackers do not miss tackles, Loveless and Tropicana.
Gold, plenty of time. Middle caught and falling forward for close to a 1st down. Give him 9.5 yards. That's Lorenzo Perry, the tight end.
Getting a lot of receivers involved here in this game. That's his 5th different receiver, of this ball game, bringing up a 2nd in inches.
Off to Williams. This time he'll clearly pick up the 1st down to the 48-yard line. Alex Constantine in there on the tackle.
Big 6'5", 310-pound defensive tackle. Both these defensive tackles, Alex Constantine and EJ DeQ, both go over the 310 mark, and they're very hard to move off the football when they're running.
First and 10 for the 48. Gold back to pass. Fires it over the middle into double coverage, and a nice catch by Robert Garrett Jr. That's his 2nd tough catch over the middle in this ball game, and he moves the chains into Arizona territory to the 39-yard line.
Like you said, another tough right across the middle. Just threading the needle there. Xander Gold. And of course, BJ, as we were talking about, BJ Loveless again there with the tackle.
We have hit the 2-minute warning. Arizona 10. Fort Worth not on the board yet, but they're driving to get there. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports, and for the fans, stay with us. Two minutes to go, 1st half. Here's Jason Williams bouncing off a tackle. Jump cut to get to the open field. He's the 20. He's the 15. He's at the 10. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. Jason Williams showing off the power and the elusiveness. 1st down and goal for Fort Worth.
TD Sachs chasing him down, but a big play to get him inside the red zone once again inside the 10 for the 2nd time in the ball game. Let's see if they keep the ball in Williams' hands.
3rd time inside the 10 for the Toros. First 2 have been intercepted. This time they hand it off to Williams, who breaks the tackle and gets to the 3. Anthony Wayo, who is the joint leading tackler on this Arizona defense with Joey Tropicana, comes up and makes the stop.
Big 2nd and goal here. I fear the Fort Worth Toros. I don't believe you put the ball in Xander Gold's hands.
They give it to Williams, and the defense was ready for it. He lost a yard. Gang tackle there. BJ Loveless in on the stop. So was EJ DeQ. And it's 3rd down and goal, and now you might have to give it to Xander.
A 3rd and goal. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna have it the ball in Xander's hands, I would love to see a corner out to either Robert Garrett Jr. or to Stephen Hacker.
3rd and goal. They're going to give it to Williams again. Up the middle and into the teeth of the defense and down. And Fort Worth calls their first timeout of the half. 4th and goal from the 4. That was Eddie Gage revenge for the earlier put in the dirt that Williams gave to him.
Yeah, but he definitely put his shoulder pad right in between the numbers there. I think that was a safe, conservative play calling there for Fort Worth, just to at least get 3 points and get some momentum on the board here for them offensively.
Is the kicker Taco Sicario. This will be a 20-yard attempt to get the Toros on the board. Kick is up, and it is good from 20 yards. So the Toros finally find the scoreboard with 33 seconds left to go in the first half. It's Arizona 10, Fort Worth 3.
Yeah, that was a big thing for them to get points on that drive. I think going into the halftime with having 3 drives, getting into the red zone, and coming away with no points would have been detrimental to this Fort Worth Toro team.
From the 2, up to the 15, 20, and a nice big hit. Sits down the returner, Jacob McCall, at the 30-yard line. McCall, his first season in Arizona's 2nd season in the league, spent his rookie campaign with the Tulsa Desperados. And now the Arizona Scorpions have 30 seconds to go 75 yards. Jackson will start under center. 3 receivers to aim at. Handoff Moses, and it looks like that they may just head to the locker room with this 7-point advantage.
Yeah, no need to take any unnecessary chances here. If DJ Moses happens to break one, then fine. But going with a 10-3 lead, your defense is playing great, your offense is clicking on all cylinders.
They will snap it. They'll get one play off before the end of the half. Jackson over the middle and tackled at the 41-yard line is Jacob McCall. So that'll bring us to the halftime break. Arizona 10, Fort Worth Toros 3. And Gerald, I think the 2 words you can sum up this first half in is offensive efficiency.
Oh, indeed. I mean, you have Xander Gold, although he has 2 interceptions, is still 13 for 15 for 115 yards. Ashley Jackson, 9 for 11 for 72 yards and a score. Both running backs averaging decently. Well, Jason Williams averaging 5 yards a carry, almost 100 yards on 19 carries. And then you have DJ Moses having 104 yards on 9 carries, along with that big 70-yard run there. But as you can see, the time of possession clearly in favor of Fort Worth. First downs 2-1. That's when you have those long drives. But as you see right there, the highlight there, you get 1 interception there from at the 1-yard line, which was really detrimental. And it actually resulted in this touchdown right here to James Hands on a 95-yard drive. But like I said, both these teams have been efficient on the offensive side of the football. Great runs by the running backs. Smart passing by Ashley Jackson and Xander Gold. It's just, like we said, the experience versus the youth. 2 costly turnovers equals the 10 points that Arizona has on the scoreboard. So we'll see what Stephen Hacker can do here to get the Fort Worth Toros back on track here to make this a decent second half.
Every pass that Xander Gold has thrown in this game has been caught. Just 2 of them have been caught by the Arizona Scorpions.
I mean, how would you like to be Ashley Jackson? You're coming in to halftime with an 83.3% completion percentage, and you're losing that battle to Xander Gold at 86.7. I mean, there's only been 4 incomplete passes combined by the both of them playing well. Like I said, Xander Gold with the tip, 1 tip okay, you can get rid of that, but the other one was right to BJ Loveless. So we'll see if Arizona can extend their lead here, getting the ball first in the second half.
Both running backs, Jason Williams for Fort Worth and DJ Moses for Arizona, having exceptional first halves as well. We've got another half of play to go, and it will start from the Arizona 22-yard line as McCall returns it.
Call. I don't know how he wasn't seeing little birdies flying around his head there on that one kickoff return right before the half. But brings it out here to the 22. Bring up a fresh set of downs for Ashley Jackson and this Arizona Scorpion offense.
1st and 10 from the 22 to begin the second half of play. The Arizona Scorpions on the ball. Jackson fires over the middle. Nice catch by James Hands in stride on a post route. And he'll pick up a first down out to the 36-yard line.
Great pitch and catch there. Jackson, the Hands. Unbelievable route, as you said. The nice little post route. Had the defender behind him. Gave Ashley Jackson a great target. Well, both these wide receivers, the Hands brothers, McCall and Bovine, give Ashley Jackson a great place to throw the football. As it shows with her being 11 for 13.
Again over the middle. Again into the hands of James Hands and into Fort Worth territory at the 46. That one was a dime from Jackson.
As I said, that they're giving them, and then you have Ashley Jackson putting it in the window. Great. Look at that. Just right where James Hands can get it and turn upfield. Unbelievable passing right here by Ashley Jackson. Great play calling here by Eddie Gage.
1st and 10 inside Fort Worth territory at the 46. 10 minutes to go in the third. Throw out to the far side. It's another completion for Jackson, this time for 8 yards. That's the other Hands brother, Donnie Hands, picking up that catch.
If the left hand doesn't get you, the right hand will. Beautiful again on the little corner route, my little post, shallow post there for Donnie Hands, bringing up a 2nd and 2.
All right, let's see if Moses gets his first carry of the half. He will, following a blocker, and he cuts inside and didn't get there. Looked like he had plenty of room to the outside, but he ran right into the hands of David Horrell.
Yeah, David Horrell, the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft. I can't believe DJ turned it upside. He looked like he had loads of room on the outside, but it'll bring up a 3rd and inches.
Look for Moses to get the ball again. He will, looking for a lane, finds one, sheds a tackle, and picks up a first down to the 31-yard line. Gerald, talk a bit more about David Horrell.
As you said, David Horrell, the number 1 overall pick, living in North Carolina with his wife, KT. 4 kids, 2 dogs, Big Head in Chester. Air Force vet and avid outdoorsman. His oldest son is a pastor, and his youngest son, Michael, believe it or not, is a professional baseball player in the Houston Astros organization. He plays. Go ahead, continue.
Pass out to the far side. Moses picks it up for 4.
And to complete that, he currently plays for Michael. Currently plays for the Tri-Valley Cats in the New York Penn League in Single A, 2-0 with a save. Had a great senior year in college. Went 10-3 with a 2.62 ERA.
Jackson sacked. First sack of the game for either team, and Jackson couldn't find someone downfield. And Catherine Horrell tried to steal the show from the Horrell family. Brings up 3rd down.
Okay, if you're going to talk about my brother, you might as well talk about me. Catherine Horrell there with a great power move there to get the sack, the first sack of the game, as you mentioned, and a big sack to bring up a 3rd and long situation for Arizona.
That's the next time make a graphic about me play. They're down at 10. From the 32, Jackson a 5-step drop, plenty of time. Now the pocket collapses. She has to move in the pocket and fires incomplete. And it'll be 4th down and 10.
Again, pressure there by Catherine Horrell. Great pocket presence there by Ashley Jackson. Great defense. Believe they dropped 6 in coverage. She had nowhere to throw the football and basically threw it out of bounds to take the 3 points to make it a 2-score game. So very smart there by Ashley Jackson.
Allen back on the field. This will be a long one. 38-yarder. to restore the 2-score advantage for the Scorpions. The kick is up, and it is no good. Missed it short. And the despondent Cliff Allen sits on the field, and Fort Worth is going to have a chance to tie this one up. When we come back to Fort Worth, Texas, this is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Don't go anywhere. Well, welcome back to Fort Worth, Texas. Michael Torello, Gerald Giudicelli, along with Albert McGinn, Tim Hackett, and Araska Santagria. As the Arizona Scorpions lead the Fort Worth Toros 10-3. Toros back on offense. Williams up the middle, spin move, gets a block, gets to the open field, gets to the 40. He's got no one in front of him. No one's home to watch the house. Touchdown, Toros. Just like that, it's a 1-point game.
We've had drives taking over half the quarters, 14, 16 play drives, and how do they come out? They just smack you in the mouth with a big, long touchdown run here by Jason Williams. Did the spin move. After that, like you said, there was nobody home. At the Anderson Gamble making a last-second lunge, couldn't do it. Takes it to the barn, and all of a sudden, we might have a tie ball game here.
For all of the careful, calculated play that we have seen thus far in this football game, all it takes is one good block. We almost saw it from DJ Moses earlier, late in the second quarter, when he took a 70-yard run. But this time, Williams finishes the job, gets into the end zone, and we have a tie ball game as the extra point is up and good. Williams was the offensive player of the week in the Simulation Football League for Week 2, staking a claim that he may have a chance to repeat.
Yes, that was a great run. Now he has 165 rushing yards on 21 carries. The interesting part of this game, every mistake has been capitalized by the other team. 10 points off of the 2 turnovers by Xander Gold. Then you have the sack by Catherine Horrell, moving Allen back out of field goal range, having him miss that field goal, and then the first play after that, you have the big touchdown run of 68 yards by Jason Williams. So the mistakes here in this ball game could be catastrophic to either team's chances to win.
One play, 68-yard touchdown run by Williams. Pretty easy drive summary. First and 10 for the 26, and Arizona has seen their 10-point advantage evaporate. It's now 10-10, 7:20 to go, third quarter. Ashley Jackson in the shotgun, takes the low snap, fires over the right-hand side. It's caught one-handed, and getting out of bounds at the Fort Worth 49 is Donnie Hands.
Again, one of the top receivers in this league, Donnie Hands. Again, as you have both of these Hands brothers, you can throw the football anywhere, and they're going to end up bringing it in. And like I said, the ball is behind them, one-handed grab, brings up a set of downs, and right away, they're out midfield.
Just inside the Fort Worth half of the 49-yard line. To the far side, Moses out of the backfield, fumbles the football. It's picked up by an offensive lineman, Trey Page. And it'll go for a loss of 2, almost a disaster for Arizona.
We were talking about those mistakes to be costly, and that could have been costly right there. But luckily, that offensive lineman makes a big save there with recovering the fumble, bringing up a 2nd and 12.
Now a situation we haven't really seen much this game. A team behind the chain, 2nd down and 12. Jackson throws short over the middle, and a nice catch by James Hands as he rumbles out of bounds at the 45.
Makes it a 3rd and manageable here, and the whole playbook's open here. You can have the short pass to Moses out of the backfield, maybe even an inside handoff, catching him in a dime or a nickel situation. You have Tiberius Bovine that could be going right across the middle. The whole playbook's at your disposal here. You just need to be safe with the football.
No, it popped way up in the air. It was actually caught about 5 yards deep into the Toros bench by James Hands. That won't count. 4th down and 6. Nice defensive play there, as we will actually see the first punt of the football game.
As we see Mike Window come on here for Arizona.
Penalty flag flies. We will check what that is. Encroachment. Wow, that was Hester.
That will bring up about 4th and 1 at the 40. If you're Arizona here with DJ Moses, do you go for it?
Now they're gonna have to ask the question. That might be the most wild encroachment call I have seen, and they're gonna go for it, or at least try and make him jump off sides again.
If I was Arizona, DJ Moses has been so good for you this game. Why not put it in his hands?
Jackson floats it. Moses, 1st down. And you talked about capitalizing on mistakes. We still haven't seen a punt yet, and there's 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Again, like we said, a mistake, and it's proved costly. As on a 4th and 6, Hester jumps off sides to give him a 4th and 1, and it brings Ashley Jackson in that efficient offense on the field. They pick up the 1st down. Momentum was going to be on Fort Worth side. It's now wearing an Arizona Scorpions helmet.
And off Moses up the middle. Nice swim move to get 3. And the tackle was made by Delaney Nash.
Moses needs to be taking care of that football a little bit, not carrying it like a loaf of bread. He already had a fumble once in this drive that was luckily covered by his offensive lineman, but brings up a 2nd and 7.
Did see someone in the chat at twitch.tv/FTF Next say that offensive lineman Trey Page should be Offensive Player of the Week. Jackson underneath. Nice catch by James Hands inside the red zone to the 16-yard line, and now Arizona is back in business. And if the Scorpions end up coming back to win this game, he may have a shout.
He may have a shot. I mean, that was got to give the big guys some love on the front line. They don't usually get a lot of pubs. So, but like I said, look at this pass here. Jackson to McCall. I'm sorry, coming out of the back, coming around the inside. Ashley Jackson, 17 of 21 right now. Unbelievable.
1st and 10 for the 16. Just past 5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, in a 10-10 ball game. A tightly contested defensive contest. And tipped up into the air, almost picked off again, intended for James Hands.
Look down the receiver that time. Ashley Jackson, that ball should have been intercepted. Was thrown in a very, very tight window, bringing up 2nd and 10. This is, again, where you need to be very careful with the football here. You got, with each team capitalizing on mistakes, you need to protect the football.
2 receivers spread out wide to the right. Nobody out to the left. 1 back flanking Jackson. Jackson stands in, has to roll in the pocket, throws across her body, and a spin move, and 2 spin moves by DJ Moses. Gets up to the 11-yard line, 3rd down and 4 coming up. This is an interesting play call here because Jackson's been so consistent with those short corner and posts, but yet Moses has also been consistent both running and receiving.
This is where, I mean, anything can go here. You have to, if you're the Fort Worth Toro defense, you can't over pursue.
Jackson to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona! Scorpions strike again, and Donnie Hands this time marks the tally.
Both hands, brothers, with the touchdown. As you can see, again, just that little stutter step and a great post route there. Just a nice little shallow post, putting the ball only where the receiver can get it. Ashley Jackson with their second touchdown pass of the game, bring up a 16-10 and possibly a 17-10 lead pending the extra point.
Allen back on the field, trying to bounce back from a missed field goal earlier. And this extra point is up, and it is good. The Scorpions retake the lead. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the third. You will not want to miss the ending of this one. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Back in Fort Worth, Texas, the Arizona Scorpions have retaken the lead. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third. They have a 17-10 advantage over the hometown Fort Worth Toros. I'm Michael Torillo, Gerald Giudice. Here's alongside me, Albert Begin, Tim Hackett, and Rosca Santagria are on stats as well. The Toros will start from the 30-yard line, but I want to look back at the previous drive because the Arizona offense today has been in good hands.
They definitely have been. All state wishes they have these hands. As you saw coming into this game, what they've done. This game, they have 9 receptions on 10 targets for 96 yards, and each of them have reached pay dirt. So you're in safe hands with those guys.
Not sponsored by Allstate. First and 10 for the Toros. Williams off the left side won't go anywhere. But we are sponsored by CrowdPlay. Download CrowdPlay, our new partner for 2020, and play the game about the game. Follow the action and answer questions for a chance to win a share of the $1,000 prize pool. Your next chance is Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on 11 Sports and for the fans, when Baltimore clashes with Carolina. Visit crowdplay.com for more details. Handoff Williams, and it looks like the Scorpions defense has really keyed in on Williams on this drive. It's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Lovelace had the tackle on this play. With the previous play, Anthony Wild comes up and with a stop, and Iverson Gamble there with helping. So it's going to make a 3rd and 12. This is going to be a big stop here for Arizona if they can get the ball back in Ashley Jackson's hands.
Gold pumps. Plenty of time. Now the pocket collapses, rolls to his right, and he goes down. A beautiful defensive stand by Arizona. Ends in a sack. And guess who it is? It's the big man up front, Mark Mello.
Mark Mello coming up with a big play there. But you saw EJ the Q there jump up and put her hand up in the air, forcing Xander Gold to put the ball back down and forcing the sack. So great play there by the defensive line and also by the secondary, not giving Xander a place to throw the football.
With 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the third, the first punt of the day is in the air from Ray Einhorn. And it will be returned by McCall to the 40. And Arizona has a real good chance here with 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the third to turn the screws on the Fort Worth Toros with a 7-point lead and the football.
7-point lead. You're giving this Arizona offense a short field that's been efficient all game long. We'll see if they can put the screws to him, as you said.
1st and 10 for the 40. Jackson under center, 3 behind. She'll throw Out to Moses on a pitch, and Moses will get 1.
You see there, Moses out of the backfield, 58 yards, receiving out of the backfield to go along with his 113 yards rushing, having a great game, but not when you're going with Williams there, who has already 169 yards on the ground. So let's see what they do
Not,
here on 2nd and 9.
I'm not sure you can get much better than what these running backs did last week. I'll finish this thought after this. Here is Moses, middle spin move, and he gets 7 yards. 3rd down and 2 coming up from the 48. Last week, DJ Moses, 29 carries, 262 yards and a touchdown, and also had 47 yards on the air. Williams, in his Offensive Player of the Week winning game, had 180 yards on the ground and 3 scores and 104 yards through the air. So both of these running backs playing well today, but both of them played just out of their minds last week. Here's Moses again, picks up a 1st down, gets to the outside, has 1 man chasing him, almost shakes the tackle and gets all the way to the Fort Worth 35-yard line. We're under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd.
I'm surprised. I mean, you have Arizona who came into this game 2nd in the league in rushing at 162 and a half yards a game, going up against the Fort Worth Toros defense, who only gave up 49 and a half yards a game. I'm surprised that DJ Moses is having this good of a game running the football.
1st and 10 from the 35. Minute 30 to go in the 3rd. Jackson in the gun. Plenty to aim at. Throws over the middle, and it is cooked at the 20-yard line. And down to the 21 officially is Donnie Hands. Jonathan Taylor Scotsig was with him all the way, but the ball dropped perfectly into Donnie's hands.
Drop it in the bucket there. Watch this pass. Ashley Jackson has just been on fire basically the whole season, but especially these last 2 weeks. Just putting the ball right where the receivers can get it and taking care of the football.
1st and 10 for the 21. Minute 3 to go in the 3rd. Play action. Jackson. Pressure collapses. Almost throws a pick. It was in and out of the hands of E.K. Vinson. That's about as close as you can get to throwing an interception, and the ball somehow maintains with the Scorpions.
And that's as close as you can get to having the commentator's curse once again. Ball fall, like you said, fall harmlessly to the turf. 2nd and 10. That was one of the few Ashley Jackson mistakes so far in this game.
Power I, 1 receiver out to the left. On 2nd and 10 from the 21. Here's a handoff, Moses, strong side right. He won't go anywhere. In fact, he'll go backwards 3 yards. J.L. Browning with the nice tackle in the backfield, and it's 3rd and 13.
Big stop there by J.L. Browning to set up a 3rd and long situation for this Arizona Scorpions offense, who hasn't seen 3rd and long much in this game, so let's see how they react.
Jackson, with the pocket collapsing, goes for it all and just overthrows Donnie Hands in the end zone. He was free behind the defender, but the pass was overcooked. It'll be 4th and 13 from the 23, and out comes Cliff Allen again.
Just out of the reach of Donnie Hands there. But again, safe play. The only place I was going to get, person that was going to get it would be Donnie Hands. Let's see how Cliff Allen, the rookie, comes out here. Let's see how he responds after missing his first field goal of his career on his last attempt.
This will be shorter. It'll be a 40-yarder on the dot. Kick is all the way from Allen. And it is good. He put it right down Main Street. So with 27 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, the Scorpions increased their lead. Arizona 20, Fort Worth 10. And now the Fort Worth Toros are in a position that they haven't really been in this game, is that their offense now has to convert.
You're absolutely right. I mean, they have to convert because they're down 2 scores here. We'll see if Xander Gold can I'm sorry, not Xander Gold, excuse me. Xander Gold can bring this offense here down the field. They have been driving the football on this Arizona Scorpions defense all day. So let's see where they can start from here after this kickoff return.
The 20, 25, and down to the 27. For all the control that Fort Worth had through the first half of the game, had 3 possessions. All of them went down to the red zone. They only put 3 points on the board, and their touchdown has come from a long Jason Williams run off of a turnover. The Toros, to be successful, are going to have to find success with their offense in the red zone. 2 red zone interceptions also don't help the Toros' cause today. Both of those back in the first half. First and 10 for the 27. Here's Williams. He got bottled up on the previous drive. He gets 3 yards on this one.
And guess who was there for the tackle? BJ Levels again, just sniffing out Williams there in the backfield. And like you said, those 2 interceptions are Xander Gold's only incompletions of the game.
We have reached the end of the third quarter. Put your 4s up in the chat at twitch.tv/FTF next. It's a 10-point Scorpions lead, but the Toros have the ball when we come back. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Stay with us. Welcome back to Fort Worth, Texas. The hometown Toros trail by 10. We go to the fourth quarter. I'm Michael Girillo. Gerald Giudice is alongside me on analysis. We've got Tim Hackett, Roscoe Santagran, and Albert Begin on stats as well. Pass over the middle is incomplete, as the pass was knocked away by Joey Tropicana. 3rd down and 7, and immediately Xander Gold and the rest of the Toros offense under pressure.
As these inside linebackers for Arizona putting the heat on Xander Gold and Jason Williams. You got Tropicana there with his 7th tackle coming up, and BJ Levis already having 10. So let's see what happens on this 3rd and 7.
Gold, middle, into double coverage. Did he get there? No. 4th and less than a yard, as the pass was picked up by Robert Garrett Jr. on his birthday. Can't quite back it far enough to get to the first down marker, and Einhorn comes out again.
Great stop there by Parker Thomas, not letting Robert Garrett Jr. get that first down. Bringing up a punting situation here. Let's see if Einhorn can pin them deep.
And now the Toros defense is really going to have to step up here. Down by 10 in the fourth quarter. And for the first time all game, the Toros offense has kind of sputtered. That's a big hit on McCall as he brings it up to the 31-yard line. Let's take a look at some scores elsewhere in the Simulation Football League. Yesterday, Charleston came back and beat Sioux Falls 38-31. Chicago dominated St. Louis 33-13. And Vancouver walked it off against Florida 30-29. Queen City also beat Jacksonville 38-17. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Here's Moses up the middle. He'll get 2. This morning, Mexico City went into London and beat the Knights 23-17 in a nice back-and-forth affair. We've still got 3 games for you this evening, coming up on 11 Sports and for the fans at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Louisiana hosts Tulsa. 2nd and 8 from the 33-yard line. 9 minutes 50 to go in the ball game. Handoff. Moses loses 2 yards back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. And then on the SFL's Twitch channel at 8 p.m., Andy Hamilton and Ramos Lynn have the call as Las Vegas hosts Portland. At the same time, on the SFL's YouTube channel, Houston hosts the Lone Star Glory in a Texas matchup. That is both Twitch and YouTube /SimulationFL if you want to find those matchups. 3rd and 10, Jackson deep over the middle, caught and surviving a massive hit and bringing the ball down is James Hands.
What a pitch and catch there. Safe as hands, James Hands. Watch this route. And he takes a big hit from, I believe, Jonathan Taylor-Skonsick, but what a big third down conversion there for this Arizona Scorpions offense.
We close out the week 3 action on Monday night. 1st and 10, just shy of the midfield strip at the 49. Jackson, short over the middle to Hands for a gain of 4. That's at 7 p.m. Denver hosts Atlanta in a matchup of 2 of the recent SFL champions. And then we round it out at 9 p.m. Eastern Time with the Crowd Play Game of the Week as Carolina hosts Baltimore in the big East Coast rivalry game. Those 2 teams do not like each other, and it's always fun when they get together. 2nd down and 6, Jackson moves in the pocket, throws all the way across her body, and actually losing a yard was James Hands. He came back for the football. 3rd down and 7.
Surprisingly, they're putting the ball in Ashley Jackson's hands here, throwing the football when you have DJ Moses running the ball like he is. But you have a 3rd and 7 coming up. We'll see if Ashley Jackson can get the ball into one of the Hands brothers' hands, or maybe even hit Tiberius Bovine here for a 1st down.
Down and 7. Jackson, a 4-step drop, fires over the middle, and a diving catch is made by James Hands again. 1st down to the 36-yard line. Also, that out-of-town scoreboard update was presented by ScoreStream.
You see a nice little route right across. Somehow that ball does not hit the ground. Great catch there by James Hands. As we see in the chat, big game James right there, having a humongous game here against these forward Toros.
How good has Ashley Jackson been on 3rd downs today? This time on 1st down, Catherine Horrell picks up her 2nd sack of the game.
Yeah, just a power move on the inside there. The guard had no chance of stopping her, and takes the sack there. Brings up a 2nd and 13. The last time Horrell got a sack, it pushed them out of field goal range. They missed a field goal, and they scored on 1 play. So we'll see what happens here with this defensive stand by the Fort Worth Toros.
It's going to be really, really important to at least hold them to 3 and keep this a 2-score game. With 7 minutes and 15 seconds and counting to go in the 4th, Jackson to Moses out of the backfield, has room to run, spins out of 1 tackle, can't get away from the other one. 3rd down and 8 coming up from the Fort Worth 34. They are just right on the edge of field goal range. Remember, Cliff Allen did miss one from 48.
We'll see what happens here. If they can get it to like 4th and 3, 4th and 4, possibly a chance for a field goal here. They want to get that. They want to go past the sticks and get the 1st down.
Jackson, a 4-step drop, plenty of time in the pocket, sidearms it over the middle, and a nice tackle from behind on Donnie Hands by E.K. Vinson. And at the 32-yard line, that's going to be very close, and out comes Cliff Allen. He's going to try it.
If this is the biggest kick right now of your young career, Rashawn, you need to get this to really put the pressure on the Fort Worth Toros offense. Xander Gold, Jason Williams and company. Let's see if we can get it through the uprights here from about 46.
He missed from this distance earlier in the game. The right foot of Allen slides to the ball and puts it through the uprights from 48 yards, and he would have hit it from 55.
Very, very strong kick there by Cliff Allen. Like you said, that would have been good from 50 plus. Big kick to put him up 13.
Arizona goes up 13.6 minutes for Fort Worth to try and find an answer. We'll be back to Fort Worth, Texas after this. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. 6 minutes and 6 seconds to go in Fort Worth, Texas in the fourth quarter. Nice return, breaking a tackle, getting up past the 30 and to the 35-yard line goes Cameron Curtis, and it's now or never for Xander Gold and the Toros offense. They trail by 13 with just under 6 minutes to go.
Yes, this is big time for this young Fort Worth offense here, with Chris Komisak leading the way, blocking for Jason Williams. Let's see if they can get the ball to the end zone in a hurry to get some time on the clock. They can score again.
First down and 10 for Gold. Fires over the middle. That pass is caught. Cade Stevens, he's been pretty quiet today, but he picks up a catch there on a first down to the 46.
They're probably going to be exploiting the middle of the field here. Arizona not wanting to have any of these receivers get behind them on the defensive side of the football, but good pitch and catch there to Cade Stevens for a first down.
And that's just good recognition of mismatch by Xander Gold. Stevens, a wide receiver, was matched up in the slot against Tropicana, the linebacker, and he just was too quick. Nice jump cut to make the space and a nice pitch and catch. Here's Williams out of the backfield on a throw, and the spin move does not work as he gets crushed at the original line of scrimmage by Manakanaka.
Manakanaka, big open field tackle right there. He would have had loads of room to chuck down the field, but like I said, great tackle, bring up no gain, 2nd and 10.
5 minutes to go in the ball game. Gold fires middle, almost throws a pick, and was in and out of the hands of Tropicana.
Tropicana having an almost game-sealing interception there. Should have been caught because that was done right to him. See, this 3rd and 10. Let's see where Xander Golden is Fort Worth her offense decide to draw up here. They need a big play, and they need it now.
3rd and 10. It may be 4-down territory for the Toros as they're in the middle of the field. Just under 5 minutes to go, down 13. And Gold almost is sacked. He gets the pass away, and it's low and incomplete. He was looking for Williams. And B.J. Lovelace got his hand to it, 4th and 10. Big decision now for Fort Worth.
As soon as you hear Williams getting the football or being thrown the football, it seems like you always hear B.J. Lovelace's name right after it. And they're going for it. They're going to have to here.
4:54 to go. 4th and 10. Might as well be 4th and ball game. Gold under center. 3 receivers to aim at. He's going to pitch it to Williams. Williams, can he beat 2 men? He cannot. Joey Tropicana and Iverson Gamble combined to bring him down, and it's a turnover for the Arizona defense at the most crucial of times.
Great defensive open field tackle there by Tropicana and Iverson Gamble. That play was open on 3rd down. Xander Gold decided to throw it in the middle of the field. We're going to see a large dose right now, I believe, of DJ Moses.
Try and run out the clock. 4:48 to go in the game. Fort Worth still has 3 timeouts, so a 3 and out here wouldn't hurt them all too much. Moses dives forward for 2 yards. Want more SFL content? Our Discord community has podcasts, articles, and highlights about the league, its teams, and its players. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Simulationfl and visit our website at simulationfl.net for more news, features, and information. 2nd down at 8. They'll run this clock all the way down. 4:15 to the snap. Here's Moses. He runs around the outside and almost got away. Nice tackle by Nacho Sicario. He's been pretty quiet tonight, the co-owner for the Toros.
That was a big tackle there by Nacho because he was getting around the outside and had a great seal block on the outside if he would have got past Nacho. But it brings down a 3rd and 7 in midfield here. I don't think you have to throw the football here. Just give it to DJ Moses and hopefully he can run for a first down.
3rd and 7 right at the midfield stripe. Jackson at her center. Offset eye behind her. 2 receivers, 1 on each side. They're going to give it to Moses, and he's got blockers out in front of him, but a nice tackle by Delaney Nash will mean he's 3 yards short of the first down marker at the Fort Worth 46-yard line. So the Toros got their 3 and out, and they're going to have about 3 minutes to go. 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to make up a 13-point deficit.
If I was Fort Worth right now, I'd be using one of their timeouts here. You're going to get another timeout, essentially a third timeout with a 2-minute warning here. And we'll see if they can, Mike Window can pin them deep here inside the 10.
Window, his first punt of the game coming up here. He stands at his own 40-yard line, kick in the air. It's a high spiral. Looking towards the near side corner. It bounces at the 10, down to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down at the 1-yard line. You cannot ask for better than that from a punting unit. We will go to break. Toros with their back against the wall when we come back to Fort Worth. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Back in Fort Worth, it's go time for the Toros, down 13, 2:47 to go. They start at their own 1-yard line with their backs against the wall, figuratively and literally. Williams makes one-hand catch, but almost doesn't get out of the end zone. He only gets to the 2. Here comes a hurry-up offense from Fort Worth. Gold, long pass middle, caught in double coverage at the 30. They'll officially spot it at the 28-yard line. That's Stephen Hacker. He's been way too quiet today for his high standards. Gold, a penalty flag flies as he gets it to Williams. And that'll stop the clock with 2:14 as Williams gets 2 off the left-hand side.
As you said, Hacker's been quiet, only his 4th catch for 43 yards. Let's see what the flag is.
Oh, it's going to come back. It's going to come back for holding against the Toros. Bodacious Tough, the guard, grabbed a face mask.
The rookie, the 6'3", 315-pound rookie guard there, having the flag thrown against him, bringing up a 1st and 20. Another mistake by this Fort Worth Toro offense could prove detrimental.
That'll back him up all the way to the 18-yard line. And Gold has an I formation behind him. 4 down linemen for the Scorpions. They'll rush 4, and all the way is Gold. He gets it to Hacker for a gain of 2nd down and 16. 2:11 to go in the game.
In a 4 there for Hacker. Gets his 5th catch of the ball game. They got to start throwing the football down the field. Time is definitely not on their side. 2nd and 16. As you can see, we'll see how if Arizona plays very deep in the secondary.
2-10 at the snap. Gold. Nice pitch to Garrett Jr. The birthday boy almost picks up a first down. It's 3rd and 3. He did not, however, get out of bounds, and this will take us to the 2-minute warning. Can the Toros pull off a miracle comeback? Find out next. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Third and 3 at their own 35 for the Fort Worth Toros. 2 minutes to go. And they trail by 13, 23-10. The Arizona Scorpions have played a very good second half. Gold, middle, caught, first down and more. Robert Garrett Jr. to the Arizona 49-yard line. 2 tackles to get there. They'll go hurry up. 1:50 to go in the ball game, saving their timeouts. Gold, short, caught by Hacker, but only for 2 yards. He does get out of bounds.
Great throw there. In the previous play to Robert Garrett Jr. going across the middle. You can see Fort Worth using the middle of the field because they have their 3 timeouts, but they have to score really, really fast here.
2nd and 8 from the Arizona 47-yard line. Gold under center. 3 receivers to aim at. Williams in the backfield. 4 down linemen for Arizona. 1:45 on the clock. Gold. Plenty of time in the pocket. Throws over the middle into triple coverage and caught at the 30-yard line. And they're still not going to use any timeouts. They got to rush up to the line at 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for the Toros. Gold takes the snap. Again, no pressure. He goes to Williams on a pitch. And Williams run down inbounds at the 5. Still not using, or at the 23 rather. 2nd down and 5. Still not using any timeouts. Down under 1:20 to go. Gold to snap with 1:15. Gold over the middle. Knocked away. B.J. Loveless there again. And it's 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Big J Levels here with a humongous play. Having a great game. Have the interception, a pass deflection, 2 tackles for loss, and 14 total tackles on the day. Big play. B.J. Loveless there. Going to come up here with a 3rd and 5. Let's see what this Fort Worth Toros offense can draw up here to possibly get a first down and keep this drive going, or possibly put it in the end zone.
With 1:13 to go, Fort Worth still has all 3 timeouts. They got to get it in the end zone for any of them to matter now. Short to Williams. Room to run on the far side. Can he get it out of bounds? No, he can't even pick up a first down. And Fort Worth calls their first timeout. What a hit there on the far side.
Big hit there to keep him from getting the first down. Bring up a 4th and inches. Let's see what they're going to call here. I'm pretty sure you're going to see Loveless there. Going to be shadowing Williams the whole way.
I don't think you can call a run here. They won't. They're going to throw it to the far sideline. Caught and getting out of bounds after getting a first down. It to the 15-yard line. So now into the red zone for the Toros. That's fullback Chris Komisak. 1:03 to go, down 13.
He's had a big game blocking for Jason Williams, but he comes up big there on that 4th down. This is where Xander Gold has made his mistakes before. Let's see if he can rectify those and get him in the end zone.
2 first-half interceptions for Xander Gold, both of them inside the red zone. He moves in the pocket, pressure in his face, dumps it short to Williams, tackled in bounds at the 13-yard line. Clock runs down under 55 seconds to go. Somebody got to get back on side there. That's Parker Thomas. And he does. 47 seconds at the snap. Goal. Pressure. Steps in the pocket. Goes down. And Fort Worth calls their second timeout. What a clutch sack that time.
Alex Constantine with the humongous sack there on Xander Gold to bring up the 3rd and 12. Forces Fort Worth to use their second timeout of the ball game, forcing a 3rd and long situation. Things are looking bleak here for the Fort Worth Toros.
If you're Gold, you've got to throw that away and preserve the timeout. They've now only got one left, and they're going to have to score twice. With 43 seconds left to go in the ball game, they're in power I. They hand it off to Williams off the left-hand side. Williams breaks a tackle, and he scores! What a gutsy call, Fort Worth touchdown!
Catching them in an obvious passing situation. Great misdirection play call there by Stephen Hacker, there's Toros offense. As you see Kamazak with a great block there, bringing him to pay dirt. Game's not over yet. We're at 23-16.
On to make it a 7-point game is Taco Sicario. And now Fort Worth are going to leave it up to their onside kicking unit.
We'll see what happens here. We're going to see if Taco Sicario can have a successful onside kick here. We'll see if Arizona can put this game away by recovering at the hands team out there. So we'll see. This is basically the ball game.
That was a 98-yard drive for the Toros. Here comes the onside kick. It's gobbled up by Arizona, and that will do it for the ball game. Troy Tavalian grabbed up the ball, and the Arizona Scorpions will hang on to win this one 23-17.
This has been a fantastic ball game. You saw everything in this game. Long breakaway runs, long time-consuming drives, efficient offense. And even though Fort Worth took that ball 98 yards for the score, a great special teams play by Window to put him at the 2-yard line. But overall, just a great offensive game here by Ashley Jackson's going to finish at 28-35, 252 yards. You got DJ Moses for the second straight week going over 200 yards of total offense. What can you say about this? Arizona Scorpions team played very well. And take your hats off to Fort Worth too. They played a heck of a game as well.
Soda upsets the community poll. So that's another upset. We've had a ton so far this season for the first 2.5 weeks. As teams shuffle around and a pecking order is described. The clock runs down to 0 on this one. And the Arizona Scorpions move to 2-1. They've won 2 straight as they win 23-17. And Gerald, your assessment of a fantastic afternoon of football.
You're exactly right. A fantastic afternoon of football. Just the mistakes by Xander Gold in the first half cost this game. As you can see, that the stats are basically even, except for that last one, the turnovers. 2 big turnovers lead to 10 points for Arizona. That's basically the game. They were both costly in the first quarter, and they come back to haunt Fort Worth. But all in all, a great game by this Fort Worth Toro team, both offensively and defensively. Jason Williams had a tremendous game, 190 yards on 26 carries. DJ Moses, 143 on 20 carries. Ashley Jackson, 80% completion percentage. Xander Gold, 81.3. So the game basically boiled down, as I said in the beginning, to those 2 mistakes that Xander Gold made, plus the mistake on special teams with about the offsides on the one punt attempt, came back to haunt Fort Worth in the end. All in all, for the Fort Worth Toros expansion team, great game. Just came up a little short today.
Next week, Arizona's at home. They face Jacksonville. And the Fort Worth Toros go on the road, but they don't go very far as they head to Denton, Texas to face the Lone Star Glory. Gerald, I'm going to have to ask you for a player of the game. This one's going to be a very tough decision.
I would say, if you're going to go with the wing team, I'd go with Moses.
It is Ashley Jackson, 252, 2 touchdowns, 29 of 36, and she will very likely maintain her lead at the top of the quarterback efficiency leaderboard. So that'll do it for us from deep in the heart of Texas in Fort Worth. For Tim Hackett, Rosca Santagria, and Albert Begin on stats, and Gerald Giudicelli alongside me in color commentary, I have been Michael Toronto, saying so long and see you next time.